Hi Geminis, and welcome to your November 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all doing really well this month. I'm coming on, as usual, to do intuitive messages for you, followed by a week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading, which will be linked below on Patreon. So yes, Geminis, I have a lovely coffee. I hope that you do as well. It's a nice, foggy, rainy Scorpio season day where I'm coming to you from. So it should make for some good intuitive messages for November. So Mars is in your sign. Mars is going retrograde in your sign. And you are being activated in a very direct kind of masculine way, okay? We have the masculine planet of Mars placed in the masculine sign, air sign of Gemini, meaning that you have almost like such a expansive and outwardly focused energy coming in for you this month. Of course, when the fire and the air element come together, represented by Mars and Gemini, this can grow that fire and grow your motivation, your presence, your general essence. And I think that you're going to be coming through November very powerfully, but you want to kind of invoke a feeling of caution at the same time because Mars is going retrograde in your sign, and it is retrograde this month. This can mean also that you can like trip over your words. Be careful about impulse. Be careful about over pushing, overdoing, and even like intimidating people. Okay, this is not something that Gemini is really that known for, but I do feel like when you put Mars in combination with your energy, that could lead to like impulsive communication or imposing communication, and it might be hard for other people to process what you're saying. Also, there could be like, I don't want to say jealousy. Jealousy isn't really the right idea, but people might be taken aback by the straightforwardness of your communication, which I think is a great thing right now. I think that there are a lot of people who are living in false realities. I think that a lot of people are very okay with invalidating others as long as they feel comfortable with what they think. And I do think that you're cutting through that really, really extremely here. So you might very easily like burst another person's bubble. You might very easily provide a truth or provide some type of like really even like seething or sharp clarity that another person isn't ready for. And this can lead to like retaliations, or people can actually get like a vendetta because they just can't handle what they feel to be the case being questioned. So having to struggle with other people's egos is very likely for you in November. And I feel that also it has to happen for a lot of you, because you need to also see like who is opposed to the truth that I'm offering, who wants illusion. And you need to kind of understand like the people in your life and what side of like truth and illusion they're on, and also understanding that in yourself as well. Like I think that if this were channeling in a more negative way, it could be the opposite, like a Gemini trying to like reinforce something that's like not real, or trying to reinforce with their powerful communicative ability a false reality. I'm not saying that that's what's happening to you all, but that if this were to channel in a negative and difficult way, you might see something like that. And it will be important to really test and support and back up what you're introducing here. In fact, you might also find that, you know, if you're like working in academics, or if you're working in any field that requires you to present a new idea or present something that isn't already very well accepted, you could find that it's more questioned and more scrutinized than usual here. And you have to really have that supporting evidence. You have to really have some type of foundation. Okay, so you can't really just make bold assertions here, although you might be tempted to do that. So try to just be prepared. Again, the impulse to just put everything out there, to just speak your truth, I think is such a healing thing for you here. But because of the retrograde motion that's involved with it, you need to be prepared before you do that at the same time. In a positive sense, it's a wonderful time to develop your physique. Okay, Mars retrograde in Gemini, you can really understand what parts of your physical body are not maybe in the best shape or not as healthy as they need to be. And you can actually diagnose that and start to heal that here. A great time to introduce a new exercise regimen, a great time to have new forms of physicality in your life, new physical connection with others, social groups, even like information-based societies. So like societies that exist because of a certain quest for information or because of a quest for knowledge is also indicated, because that combines the energy of Gemini, which is a very kind of like logical and communicative energy, with the push and the umph of Mars trying to pull people together and pioneer. So you could be pioneering some type of new knowledge this month. So it seems very positive. That would be the positive manifestation of this transit, is being a pioneer in your field, introducing some type of new knowledge. Let's talk about your week-to-week Geminis. In the first week, you have the Chariot rooted down by the Nine of Cups. So you are, yes, that's along the lines of what I was just saying, pioneering, changing, transforming in a lucky way. You have luck on your side with the Nine of Cups when it comes to changing the way you think or the way that other people think. You might also see with Mars and Gemini, in the first week of November, that a previous long-running idea that you've held or opinion that you've held might change here too. So you could be like switching allegiances here, or you could be starting to support beliefs or support people that you didn't used to. It's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune as well. That's not in your reading, but I feel the Wheel of Fortune energy strongly. It's like the wheel turns, or there's a change in the way that people connect, and you're very lucky with that in the first week. Also, you might be progressing to be sort of like a gatekeeper, or to be someone who is maybe guarding or standing in front of a certain passage, so other people might be looking to you to help them to ascend or to elevate. So this could be like a position of authority, or this could be something like that as well. The Nine of Cups has been coming up a lot this month, so a lot of people are having to pass into the next phase, or having to step through a gate or step through a place that they haven't previously been able to go. So this could be eventual traveling, or this could also be like, because I also think of like customs, or I think of like entering into a new territory sometimes with Nine of Cups too, especially with the Chariot, which talks about like traveling and movement, and of course a chariot is used to put a person from one place to another, right? So you might be entering a new country, you might be entering a new industry, you might be figuring out how to do that, applying for something as well, like applying for a university or applying for a grant or something. That seems very supported for you. Week number 2, the star rooted down by the Ten of Swords reversed. So there is a question of health. There's a question of physical well-being, and also like how naturally healthy you are right now. Like, are you having to like jump through a lot of hoops to keep healthy? Do you feel like your health is supported by your daily easy habits, or is it something that you feel is a challenge? We want to eventually get to a place where it's not so hard to feel healthy, or where it's not so hard to organically be repeating healthy habits. Ten of Swords reversed. I feel that there's an end to a certain habit health. Okay, there's an end, or a understanding, like a diagnosis even. It's like, now I understand that caffeine addiction doesn't help me be productive at all, and now I have to change ways. Or now I also understand that coping mechanism, or that source of comfort, is now a crutch. Okay, I feel like that's what's coming up in the second week. And it's important to have those dialogues, and it might be important also to talk to other people who have had the same tendencies and how it was for them, especially like people who are a lot older than you, if you can find that. So like if you're struggling with alcoholism, or if you're struggling with any type of addiction, try to talk to people who have quite a bit more age than you do, who have maybe overcome this, as that might help you to understand, and like that way you don't have to like go through 10 years of figuring it out yourself. And that's another thing I'll tell you about, whether it's like health, business, career, whatever it is. It's really nice to talk to people who have already figured things out over trial and error for a long time, than having to go through that same trial and error. Okay, especially if you've been in trial and error for a long time as it is. Week number 3, the Temperance card rooted down by Six of Pentacles. Something isn't right anymore. Okay, so there's like It's really good. It's really hard at the same time. You're too committed to something. Something is now only a commitment, like it's only happening because it's a commitment or because it's like an obligation. And now you have to rebalance with the Temperance card. I love the Temperance, the Star, and the Chariot coming up together all upright. That's like, I know my new direction. I'm rebalancing. Both the Temperance and the Star card have the two cups in their hand and they're like pouring water. So it's like the essence of my life. My life force energy is being rebalanced, and I'm no longer willing to just be obligated through my life. I want to actually feel a sense of mutual benefit. I want to feel a sense of integrative support, and I want to feel like I believe in what I'm doing. So that's a beautiful dialogue, and it's actually very empowering. If you look at the top row, the Chariot, the Star, Temperance, and Page of Cups, this is all like a beautiful water element healing time for you to wash away what no longer resonates with you and to get refocused, okay? And this could be a bigger thing for you, like over the coming year as well, because that's a lot of energy to channel through so quickly, but you might also just have it done through November as well. Anyway, basically watch out for dull, dry, bitter commitments taking precedent over what you feel is your life purpose. Okay, week 4, the Page of Cups rooted down by Queen of Wands. So in the 4th week, this is more about other people. So the first 3 weeks are very personal toward you, and the 4th week is more about other people. So you might be having to communicate your new dreams or your new purposes to others. And you need to kind of be willing to wear your heart on your sleeve, I feel. The Page of Cups is about wearing the heart on the sleeve, and it's about being emotionally open. So try to not close yourself off too much or hide too much from other people here. Also, with the Queen of Wands, it's like, could be like revamping your style or having people come into your life who are giving you help and assistance in expressing in this new and empowered way. So let's talk more about that in your extended Gemini. I'll get a central theme and 2 supporting themes, and we will talk about who knows what all in your extended reading. It'll be very fun. Also, if you can, like this video and share it with another Gemini. And yes, I will be here talking about a lot of different things in November. Come check out the Patreon page, Geminis. There's lots of good stuff over there. It's linked below. Much love. Have a great month. Bye.